Hello everyone. We are from Group 2. In this video we're going to talk about heat and energy. The first topic is about energy. In 1802, Thomas Young was the first to use the term energy instead of vis viva. In 1840s, Mayer, Joule, Colding and Helmholtz credited as discoverers. In 1850, James Prescott Joule published an article called On the Mechanical Equivalent of Heat. In 19th century, energy unit named joules, after James Prescott Joule, who established the link between heat and mechanical work, led to the theory of conservation of energy and the first law of thermodynamics. The definition of energy: it is a quantitative property that is transferred to a body or a physical system. It is recognizable in the performance of work and in the form of heat and light. In a simple term, energy is the capacity for doing work or the capabilities to make change to the system. The theories of the energy is law of the conservation of energy. It is an isolated system's total energy remains constant over time. It cannot be created or destroyed, which means it can be transferred or transformed. It's known as the first law of thermodynamics. The equation of energy is delta E equals delta U plus delta K plus delta PE. Delta U is calculated by using formula heat minus work. Delta K is calculated by using formula 1/2 times mass times velocity power of 2. Delta PE is calculated by using formula mass times gravitational force times height. This is example of calculation using MATLAB with the aid of the Paint 3D to help to imagine. The next topic is heat. The historical of heat. In 1761, Joseph deduced with precise measurements that addition of heat to ice at its melting point or to water at its boiling point does not result in change of temperature. His observations of latent heat and the definition of specific heat signaled the birth of thermodynamics. Black was the first scientist to distinguish between temperature and heat. In 1789, Antoine Lavoisier and Pierre-Simon de Laplace created the first calorimeter to measure the heat produced by a guinea pig's breathing mechanism. The animal was placed in a closed compartment surrounded by ice, and after emitting enough heat to melt 13 ounces of ice in 10 hours, Lavoisier concluded that respiration was a combustion reaction. In 1849, James Prescott Joule presented a report to the Royal Society of London detailing his investigation into the relationship between mechanical action and heat. The report covered experiments involving stirring water with a paddle, gas expansion into a vacuum, and heat generation from current flow in electrically conducting materials. The diagram shows the ice calorimeter, which is the first calorimeter in the world. The definition of heat is energy that is transferred from one body to another as the result of a difference in temperature. Usually it is transfer from the higher temperature to lower temperature. The theory of the heat is caloric theory. The caloric theory was a prominent theory of heat in the 18th century. It posited the existence of a fluid called caloric that flowed from hotter bodies to colder bodies, explaining heat transfer. This theory was widely accepted before the advent of the kinetic theory of heat. The equation of heat is Q, heat, equals m, mass, times C, specific heat capacity, times delta T, change in temperature. This slide shows the example of calculation using MATLAB. This is the illustration of the calorimeter. At the end of this video, we hope that it can help you to understand more about heat and energy. Thank you.